Cleveland, even though all the down years have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Mayfield off the play fake. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Tate. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, pushes him over, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there on a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw pulled in by Tate. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. A give. This is Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got Njoku over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Sheldon Rankins able to get him for a loss of about 3. $13 yards remaining on second down.
Right there, 54.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Mayfield now. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown. David Njoku. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, so get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And running, evades the tackler, and now some space. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a 1st down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Handoff comes to Chubb.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. 5-3 their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them, and number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
2nd and 9 now. Flushed out right. He finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd down at 5. On the give, this is Harris. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Ebron caught left side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now a dump off here complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. play action. They'll throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Eric Ebron. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, round 7. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he returns this to the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Mayfield on play action. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a throw here to his running back, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Mayfield on first down. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Mayfield now from the 50. And going deep for Hill. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Completion here to Claypool. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. To throw, Mayfield. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the 1st down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision. But not.
Touchdown, Browns! Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have moved out in front. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. McCann's got it teed up. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. A nice little juke. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Back to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route. And the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat. And then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. To return, here's Agnew. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 79 yards. And the Browns on one play have taken the lead. McCann now for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Browns 21. Steelers 21.
McCann's got it teed up. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On first down, Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back. On
3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Mayfield now. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
At the 28-yard line.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Back to throw here. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run it with Ballage. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. 50 yards on the ground for him so far. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Ebron with it over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man completes it to Claypool.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll try the left side. Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They hand this off to Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Mayfield's throw pulled in by Tate.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Alex Highsmith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Pass complete to Chubb. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game.
Here we go.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Harris trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, you crowd the line of scrimmage. If they do pop one, it's going to go.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This take it in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's swung out wide to Harris. 3 yards the gain there, second down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley was what we saw in this one.
So for the Steelers, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati.